people, welcome to my channel. It is Ashley. We are doing a reading today for some no contact situations. We're going to be looking at whether or not the person on your mind will be reaching out to you. And if they are going to be contacting you, when will that be? So we've got 4 different piles to choose from today. We've got group 1 over here with this cute little Fibonacci spiral and the Nightmare Before Christmas tarot. We've got group 2 with this lodestone and the Tarot Illuminati deck. We have group 3 with this blue-green Appetite and the Mythic Tarot. And then we have group 4 over here with the white agate and the Guillermo del Tarot deck. So if you want to take some time to look at these and meditate on these, that's totally fine. You might want to pause the video to do that. Otherwise, your timestamps will be in the description box below with a link to a song for each reading. I've also separated it into part 1 and part 2, where the first part will take a look at the connection as a whole and each person, within that dynamic. And then also part 2 will have whether or not the person will reach out to you and when that might be. I just had a complete, I just spaced out. I don't know what's going on with me right now. So anyway, I'm going to leave that here before I go brain dead, and I will see you at your reading. Hi, group 1. If you chose this little Fibonacci spiral, and if you know what this is made out of, please do share, because it was a gift, and I don't know what kind of stone this is. It's probably hard to see in here. Anyway. Also, the Nightmare Before Christmas tarot. This is your reading. I'm really struggling over here. What's going on? My incense just fell. I don't know what's happening. So, yes, this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at whether or not the person on your mind will be reaching out to you. So this is definitely fitting for no contact situations, obviously. So first of all, I want to look at the dynamic between the two of you. If you want to skip this part, that's fine. Just look for part 2 on your timestamps. I just want to say the connection between you and the person you're asking about, it seems like something that always came very natural. You guys had almost an animal instinct, just very instinctual connection. So definitely getting soul family vibes for sure. And I think that you probably both felt that. You both felt like, wow, something when I'm around this person just feels good and feels right and feels natural. You've got a lot of real earthy kind of woodsy animals here, I don't know. We've got the bear, the wolf, the hawk, I don't know. It's just they all kind of go together. So I thought that was interesting. I think that you guys both brought a lot of peace to each other, with this being sort of more grounding, and definitely the earth energy here being more grounding. I think that you guys, if you had, some anxiety, or you were dealing with anything in life, anything stressful, it's as soon as you were in the other person's presence, you felt good. You felt good being close to them. So with person 1 over here, the bear, we have, a couple of things here that I think have troubled the bear. I think the bear has struggled with quite a bit. The bear carries quite a bit of emotional baggage. We do have depression and addiction, and within the winter coming out with the bear, I feel like this person just may have a tendency to kind of go into hibernation, when they are feeling depressed. And I think that their addiction is definitely tied to that. It's a direct correlation, I'm sure. The bear has a lot of sweet feelings for this person and this other person in the connection, though. For their messages to the other person, we just fit, and you're so funny. I think that the bear, they kind of just stay in this, I don't want to say sad. It's not like they're just Eeyore and walking around gloomy all the time. I do think they try to hide that from the rest of the world, and when they're feeling like that, they stay alone. But they just have more of a, maybe pessimistic, outlook on life. Just things are just more gray to the bear, I think, generally speaking. It's just they didn't have a lot of color and excitement in their life. I think it's hard for them, obviously, with addiction and depression here, it's hard for them to create their own dopamine. They're just I don't know how to do that, and it's easier for me to just put the dopamine in my body, and to not have to feel this way. I just really feel for the bear. I feel like they carry some really heavy stuff around with them all the time. The bear is looking at this connection and looking at this other person over here, the hawk. And I think the bear longs for this connection for the hawk, and they probably think about it often. I would not be surprised if you resonate more so with this bear spirit over here and this bear person. Over here, the other person we've got is the hawk. And I think that this person is the one that ran away from the connection, so to speak, and I feel like they did it pretty quickly. I don't know if they ghosted the other person or if they just, I don't know, they may not have ghosted them, but they may have broken things off really quickly and kind of cut this person out of their life. I do want to say, for a lot of you, I feel like there was another person involved here, and so the hawk may have been involved with the bear at a time when they were kind of going through a breakup with someone else. You know, I feel like it was a little messy maybe. So if that doesn't fit your situation, that's okay. But I did pick that up with the song you got, especially with Let Me Touch You for a While. I feel like you or the other person here was looking at this connection like, man, that person, they deserve so much more than what they're getting from who they're with and what they've been through. And I just want to show them that. I want to show them that love, and I want to be there for them. So it does kind of seem like that's the bear person wanting to be there for the hawk, wanting to show the hawk, you know, the love and the respect and just the peace that they deserve. They wanted to bring peace into the hawk's life, because I think the hawk had a lot going on. Again, I just feel like if there was someone else involved, it would be more so on the hawk side, and I feel like their life was a little tumultuous, you know, honestly. I think that the hawk may have traveled to see the bear with car coming out here, or maybe they just travel a lot in general. They may be a parent with kids showing up here. They definitely had more of a childlike kind of spirit and energy, and they brought so much color into the bear's life. They really excited the bear and just made things really fun. I mean, like the bear said, you're so funny. Like, I think the hawk probably is really funny and is a really good time. I think they have really big dreams. They're just a big dreamer. Again, just like that childlike energy, that freedom, that playfulness, just really sweet. Kind of like some innocence almost with the hawk, to be honest. And we do have them contacting you soon as one of their messages. So I found that to be kind of interesting, because it does look like the hawk is the one who kind of stepped away from this connection. And the bear's looking at the hawk. So I don't know if the bear's almost like manifesting this situation or what's going on, but we do have them contacting you soon. So there's an answer right there. If you resonate with this bear person and your person you're asking about seems like the hawk, well, we've got them contacting you soon. We also have I was scared, and so I don't know if that's why they suddenly left this connection, why they, you know, flew away. And it may have had something to do with this bear's chemical dependency, because I do feel like they were struggling to manage that at the time. But I feel like they've been working on that with Talk Less, Do More down here. I feel like, yeah, the bear realized that they needed to take matters into their own hands. They needed to do something to change this. And the hawk may have inspired that, may have motivated them to do that. I'm not saying that they did it for the hawk. That's definitely not what I mean. Because it may have actually happened after the hawk left their life even. But I just feel like these two meeting again, it definitely feels like soul family. So maybe they were meant to connect when they did, and it did kind of light a spark for this bear of like, you know what, I don't want to be like this anymore. I don't want to live like this. You know, I want to be happy. Like I just want to be happy. So let me think. Is there anything else? Yeah, I think maybe there's been some time here with You Don't Know Me Anymore down here. Again, I feel like the bear has worked on a lot of things, and the hawk may be surprised to find out that the bear isn't struggling in the way that they used to. And the bear, I don't know with what new would be going on with the hawk, but I think that the hawk has kind of been on their own glow up journey as well with them contacting you soon. And I think that they have maybe been learning to take accountability. Like they may realize where they treated the bear unfairly, especially if they walked away really quickly or gave up on this really quickly. They may realize that they could have done things differently or handled things in a better way. But definitely both people have changed. And the one thing that still remains is this natural sense of belonging between the two. That is definitely still there. And I think that both people, when they look back on this connection, they both realize that. They both recognize that special bond that they had that they didn't really have to work for. I feel like it was upon their first meeting that they're just like, what in the world? What is this? You just, when real recognize real. And I feel like that was it for these people. They're like, what the heck? This is my people right here. This is my soul family. And I fully believe that it is. Okay, so let's move into part 2 of the reading now and see, when this person's going to reach out, because I definitely feel like they are. So when will they be contacting you? Okay, group 1. So, yes, your person is going to be contacting you. It does seem like that for sure. It seems like they'll be reaching out to you like online or over the phone, with it being shown in the Page of Candles, Page of Wands, and the Page of Pentacles is in reverse over here. And so, yeah, I think that it's definitely, it's not going to be something that happens in person. They'll be contacting you, via phone, internet, whatever. Interestingly, though, I think that it may be when you're with someone else, and that may not be for all of you, but definitely for some of you, it's going to be when you are in a different connection, especially if that resonated where in the past the person you're asking about was with someone else, and kind of going through a rocky phase with them once you like met them or when you were connecting with them, and so you were kind of caught in between them and like a past relationship or something like that. If that resonated and there was someone else sort of in the way of your connection in the past, well, there's going to be someone in the way of your connection now also, which is interesting. And I think that with you having the Fibonacci spiral, that's just kind of part of your story. That's just kind of part of your story here. It's kind of weird. It's like there's just always something in between you guys. And I don't know if that's going to last forever or what the deal is with that, but that's just part of your story. And so if that is the case and you are with someone else, this person doesn't want to overstep. They don't want to be inappropriate. They don't want to do anything that would hurt your relationship with the person that you're with or anything like that. So I think they would be trying to wait until it looks like you may be single or that it looks like you may be free. They definitely don't want to start any conflict or anything like that. Now, if for some of them, though, they are still dealing with their person from the past. And for some of these people, it was definitely an unhealthy thing with the King of Wands in reverse showing up over here. I feel like that's the person they were dealing with. And with trauma bond, they are working on healing whatever they went through with this person. So even if they're not still with them, they may be just in like a big healing phase, which is horrible. You shouldn't have to heal from a relationship, right? You should not have to heal from someone's love. That's not healthy love. That's not real love. Anyway, that's beside the point. If that's the case, that person is trying to get to a place where they feel ready to reach out, I think. But we do have in the summer, and with all this fire energy over here too, I mean, we've got Queen of Wands, King of Wands, Page of Wands. I definitely could see that. So definitely, in the summertime for sure. It may be in the morning that kind of popped out. It may be while you're at work. It just might be like a random, I don't know, they just reach out to you and it's like a Monday or Tuesday morning and you're just like at work. It's a normal day. And then you beep, beep, get a message from this person. So yeah, that could definitely be a thing. But that is your answer. That's kind of short and sweet and to the point. But that's what's holding your person back, is someone else kind of being in the way, or them getting to a place where they feel like they are healed enough and ready to reach out to you. But yes, they want to reach out. They're planning on reaching out. And it looks as though for most of you, it will be sometime in the summer. So we also have the number 5 that popped up here a couple different times with the tarot, which, can be sort of like an unstable energy, but also I'm thinking like in terms of timing, maybe like the 5th month, which could fall again in summer. So May, which that'd be the end of May, I think, once summer starts, right? But anyway, I don't know. I consider May to be summertime. So definitely like Taurus season, that could be a thing. Some signs that I was going to point out here. We do have Justice, so Libra. We also have some Cancer. And so if anybody was looking for that sort of confirmation there. But other than that, I think I'm going to leave that here because that's your answer. Yes, they will be contacting you. They seem to still be thinking about you and to miss you, and they want to make things right in this connection. They just don't want to do it in the wrong way. They just want to wait for the right timing, but they definitely want to come back and they want to make things right. And so they will be reaching out to you. So thank you so much for being here for this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe to my channel, you'll be able to see when I upload more videos. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope I'll see you again in the future. Hey Group 2, if you chose this Lodestone and also the Tarot Illuminati deck, oh my god, that was loud, I'm so sorry, this is your reading. So if you want to skip to part 2 where we look at whether or not the person will actually be contacting you, that's fine, you can do that. In part 1, we are going to take a look at both of you in this connection and just kind of what was going on here. So, wow, let me just start with the fact that this connection is extremely powerful. The energy here is kind of crazy. Very, very intense. So, like a lot of attraction here. Like, I don't even know how to begin to describe it, okay? I mean, this crystal is literally a magnet, okay? It's magnetic. It, like, literally sticks to a magnet, and that is you guys. This is you, and this is them. You know what I mean? Like, you guys are, I mean, wow. Just really powerful energy here. That's how it feels, like that force of just the force that a magnet has. So I don't know why you guys separated, honestly, because this is extreme. No, I do kind of see why you separated, though, for being honest. So let's start over here with person 1, okay? So the otter person, I think, definitely can be super goofy, and I think that the other person in this connection really values that about them. They love how much the otter makes them laugh and just how much fun they have together. We do have kids over here, so the otter may be a parent. They may have kids, or it's just also reiterating that childlike spirit, that childlike nature. We have escapism, and I think this person's very dreamy, very much in their head, maybe in la la land a lot of the time, but one of the shadow sides over here with the otter is non-committal. And I don't think the otter just like wants to run around and fuck shit up and hurt people. That's definitely not what I get. I just feel like the otter has some unresolved trauma or something from past relationships, or maybe even deeper than that, but they're not able to actually commit to people like they say they will. And so I feel like the otter kind of fell through in this connection a lot, and they would make promises and then not be able to deliver. Like they just could not let themselves commit fully. And we have, I'm using you and I'm trying to stop. And I believe that. I believe that like they don't want to be like that. But they just weren't able to go deeper in this connection, even with the intensity that was going on here, even with that. So the other person in this connection over here, I feel like is the one who walked away. We do have goodbye that came up over here with them. This is the bear. The bear is still looking in the otter's direction, though. The bear is still wondering, you know, what's going on over here. I think they wonder if the otter's going to reach out to them. I think they're a little nervous about it. They're a little on edge. Yeah, and I think that, let's see how else can I describe the bear. They're very cuddly. I feel like this person is definitely a little snuggle bug, so they definitely love physical touch. It may be about a year since you guys have spoken or separated, because we did have year that popped up here, or if that's some other sort of confirmation for someone, go ahead and take that. We also got female. So this person could literally be a female, and if that doesn't resonate and the rest does, that's okay, but we did get that out here, so that is for someone. The bear person is the female in the connection, or a female in the connection. We also have, I'm feeling insecure next to female. So I feel like if there was someone else involved, maybe the otter person kind of stepped out, or they betrayed the bear in some way, or at least the bear felt like they did, even if it wasn't like physical affairs. Maybe the bear felt as though the otter had an emotional connection with another female or something like that. So there was something that made them feel insecure here. And I think that the bear already battles insecurities of other kinds. We also have, I manifested you. And so the bear may really believe that they did manifest the otter. I don't know. That's just, that came out underneath the bear over here. So when it comes to the both of you, you know, I was trying to get one card to describe the connection as a whole, and I got 2. And the intensity that was had here, it really turned south, and that intensity stayed intense. So it's like where this once was passion and excitement, it kind of became, you know, anger and resentment and blaming, and Yeah, so I feel like both of these people, if you're not mad at each other anymore, you definitely were at one point. And we've got Hypocrite and Falcon that came out. And I feel like the bear person definitely thinks that the otter person is a hypocrite. They feel like the otter person being kind of non-committal, it's like they still expected the bear to come in and deliver their full effort, all their love, their open heart, complete vulnerability when they couldn't do the same. And so the bear's like, wow, like what a hypocrite. The otter may have accused the bear of being flirty or doing kind of cheater type of stuff. And then again, something happened to where the bear felt like, what in the world? Like you actually did that to me. Like you accused me of being, sneaky or not being able to trust me. And here you are, talking to other females, I would say. And if it's not other females, take, whatever, just other people, connecting with other people behind my back. And so there definitely was some sort of like betrayal here. But these people, their inner children were super connected. I feel like the otter and the bear, their inner children just loved each other. And that was something that was just, it always kept this connection going. It was not something they had to think about. It's just, again, all that laughter and that fun. Their inner children just really enjoyed each other, comforted each other. They had fun together. And that was not something that they struggled with ever. That was definitely a strong point in this connection. We do have drugs that came out in the center here, so maybe drugs was involved. Maybe you guys did drugs together. You may have, tripped together or something, or maybe you did drugs regularly together, but that did come out, so that's a confirmation for someone for sure. With water under the bridge here, I think, and it fell out over here closer to the bear, I think that the bear wants to let things go. They don't want to hold any like anger or resentment for the otter person. So they're trying to let that go. But I mean, you got the song Love Drunk. So somebody here is still a little mad, still a little salty, okay? Like they used to be love drunk and now they're hungover. Yeah, so there's a little bit of that energy here, most definitely. So some of the messages we also got down here to describe the connection are, will you go with me? In another life, I think about you constantly, and talk less, do more. So with talk less, do more, I think the bear specifically was wanting to see more action from the otter, because I think the otter is really great with their words. They probably are a great communicator in that aspect, and they can just talk, and make the bear feel so loved and so special, and like everything is perfect. But then when it comes to their actions, they either did something sneaky behind their back that actually really hurt them, or again, they just weren't able to follow through. It's like, well, where's the action to back up the words, But they are still hung up. They are still looking in the otter's direction. They're thinking about them a lot and thinking about the connection, whether that be, they're mad about some things and they just, they're holding some resentment and some anger still, or whether they want to, make up and they miss you. I don't know. We'll get into that in a second. With Will You Go With Me, I think you guys definitely had some adventures together because, again, your inner children love each other. I think there was a childlike nature to this connection. But with the way it came out within another life, I feel like the otter is almost like it's over. It's done in this lifetime. What's done is done. What happened, happened. And I'm just going to bank on having you in another life. Maybe things will work out next time. And so this may be a karmic thing too, or the otter may at least feel as though it's a karmic connection. I don't know. But we do have that here. So I think I'm going to move into part 2 now, and we'll look at whether or not the person on your mind is actually going to reach out to you. And if so, when? Okay, group 2. Okay, honestly, no, it does not look like your person is going to reach out. I don't think they're going to contact you, but they do really want to. So, man, if they were to follow their heart, I mean, we've got Knight of Cups here. They really feel, they still feel this pull. They still feel this pull towards you. And I do think they're keeping an eye on you with the Falcon. I think that they're keeping an eye on you. They're definitely still thinking about you from time to time. Am I okay? I'm getting distracted by all this art on these cards. This deck is absolutely gorgeous. I wish that like the camera could see it. This person, you're still in their heart. Like you're still in their heart. Wow, a lot. But they're very conflicted mentally, and they just won't let themselves reach out. even though their heart is telling them to. Their heart really, really wants to. Their heart wants to bring balance to things. They feel as though you guys belong together, but their brain is saying, no, 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 we can't do that. We can't. That's danger. You know what I mean? Like their brain is saying, group 2 is danger. Group 2 is bad. We don't want to do that. And they're still just trying to accept the loss and accept what happened. A year came up again, so I don't know if it's almost been a year, because Ace of Pentacles, it's in reverse though, so it may be just a little bit less than a year or something like that. But yeah, they're just still trying to accept things, and their heart and their head are literally combating each other. They're going in opposite directions. When it comes to doing something in the physical world and taking action, they're not going to do it. No, they're very stuck when it comes to that. They just won't let themselves do that. But when it comes to their heart, yeah, they're still thinking about you. Yeah, they're still thinking about your connection. But mentally, they're telling themselves that it's delusional. You know what I mean? They're saying, no, don't think that. Don't think that way. The whole fairy tale thing is a delusion. And they're saying that, while their heart feels as though this is a divine connection, their brain is saying, no, it's not a divine connection. That's a lie. It's all a fantasy. It's not real. So again, their heart's in one place and their head's in another place. They're looking at this as, that is over, and it sucks that it's over. I hate that it's over, but I have to let this go. They do hold love for you still. If this person prays, we've got praying next to happy. I think that they do pray that you're happy. They hope that you're happy. If they don't pray, whatever. They do want the best for you genuinely, and they do recognize the special parts of your connection. They feel like your connection is danger. Your connection is not good for them for whatever reason. And they just don't trust it. And they don't trust you. It's funny to say, like, they wish the best for you and they hold love for you in their heart, but they don't trust you. But that's the truth. It's like their heart does love you and their heart wants to come racing towards you, but their brain is like, no, we can't trust group 2. So I don't know what happened here, but yeah, they definitely don't hate you. There is love here. It's just, there's a lot of fear here as well. And so I don't see them reaching out. I just see them, wishing that they could, like truly, like in another life that, like, I think that they wish that they could just, run freely with their emotions, but they're being logical and rational about it, and they're trying to protect themselves and do what is smart and do what they feel is the right thing to do, and that is to keep this a no contact situation. So I am going to leave that there. That's your answer. So thank you so much for being here. I hope that was helpful. I hope that answered your question. If you liked the video, please consider leaving me a thumbs up so that I'll know. And I'd love to have you on my channel if you feel like subscribing, and then you'll see when I post more videos. So I hope I'll see you again in the future. Thank you so much for being here. Hi, Group 3. If you chose the Appetite and the Mythic Tarot, this is your reading about whether or not the person that you are not in contact with will reach out to you. So if you want to skip this part, we're going to look at the dynamic between the two of you and your connection. So if you want to skip to whether or not they'll reach out, that will be part 2 on your timestamps. But we're going to first dive into this right quick and see what we can find out about you guys and maybe what went down here. So with person 1 over here, we've got the dolphin. And so this person is probably really smart, really fun, really playful, honestly an all-around great person. Probably a lot of people find this person to be attractive. I get the sense that this dolphin is with someone though, and still has their eye on this other person over here. So I get the sense that they're with someone other than this second person in this connection that we're talking about right now. Sorry if I'm making that confusing. I feel like this whole connection has been kind of confusing, honestly. Yeah. I don't know if I think you both are wondering what the other one is thinking, like a lot, instead of just talking about it. So I wonder how long you guys haven't been in contact. The dolphin person is a little obsessed with this other person over here. Let's be honest, okay? And I think that they maybe escaped through their obsessions over this person because, again, I feel like they are with someone else. I just get that because we do have homewrecker here. But I feel like it's them wrecking their own home. I don't know. I just kind of, so take whatever resonates though. Maybe it's not. Maybe this second person over here is the one with someone. But the dolphin person is maybe having an issue with respecting those boundaries right now. Whether it's that they're in a relationship or the other person that, you're asking about here, whatever. Somebody has a prior commitment to someone else, and the dolphin is like, but do you though? Like the dolphin is, so that's why it gives me the sense that maybe the dolphin has wandering eyes a little bit. I don't know, but the dolphin really admires this other person over here. They think that this other person is super smart. We've got, you're so smart and you're beautiful. They really look up to this other person over here. I mean, they're crushing big time. And the dolphin isn't all bad. I do have to point that out. The dolphin, actually, that's a beautiful, wonderful spirit. I love the dolphin spirit animal. And just like all the qualities that the dolphin is. And we have empath here too. Like the dolphin does have some really beautiful qualities. So they may just be in a relationship where they're super unhappy, or I don't know, they have some other kind of connection with this second person over here where they just feel like it's really special. It makes it hard for them to not look at this person. So over here to this other person, this is the golden egg, okay? So the golden egg definitely has some things that I think that they would like to say to the dolphin. I think that they are definitely holding on to some messages here. They're keeping their poker face, keeping all their cards close to their chest. I think that this is someone who definitely thinks before they do, whereas the dolphin person over here might be a little bit more impulsive. The golden egg person is definitely more of a let's think it through, let's be logical, let's do things in the most appropriate way, the most respectful way. And I feel like the dolphin knows this, and they're like, oh, but I want to approach them so bad, but they know that the golden egg just like wouldn't go for it. I feel like the golden egg, not that the dolphin is like just not ethical at all or not, doesn't have morals. That's not what I'm saying. It's just definitely when it comes to this connection specifically, they're almost willing to look past that for the golden egg person. Whereas the golden egg is like, no, like I've got to keep my honor. I've got to keep my integrity here in this situation. But they do think about the dolphin, and we've got, are you single? So again, it's like, I feel like they'd be open to whatever the dolphin is wanting here if they knew that they were both single and both, able to pursue that. They just want to do it in the right way. We also have I'm just like you. So I think the golden egg does see the similarities here, whether that be that they both are very empathic, both really intelligent. Honestly, let's be real, both really attractive. There definitely are some similarities here. I think that they connect through the solar plexus chakra too, which is, like creative energy, playful energy. Wow, we've been getting a lot of that in these readings lately. We've also got Will You Go With Me? And so, I think that this golden egg person would love to ask out the dolphin person if they felt like they could. I think that they think about all the fun things that they could do together. But right now, they're kind of just in like a meditative state, just thinking about things, just, moving really carefully and trying to be smart. So we do have fall over here. I don't know if the autumn season has some sort of significance for this person. Maybe their birthday is in the fall. Maybe you guys met or something happened in this connection in the fall. But moving on over here into the center. Oh, wow. So maybe that little beep was a confirmation there. Moving over to the center, we did have next week pop out. And so something may be happening next week where you guys may run into each other or one of you may reach out or something like that. We also have a year, so I don't know if you guys have known each other for a year, if you've not been in contact for a year, but there's something to do with that as well. We do have dreams, and so I think that you guys still dream about each other, even though you've not been in contact, or if you're wondering if this person is dreaming about you, I would say yes. And we have I value you. Again, I think that both of you do see value in the other person. Both of you see the similarities and like the special kind of connection that you guys have. It's just a matter of pursuing it, where one person seems to be more ready, more willing to pursue it than the other. We have I'm a train wreck right smack dab here in the middle too, and I think that that's one of the similarities. I don't know, I feel like you both have your own issues that you struggle with. You know, who doesn't? But I guess for some reason this person seems to think that you have similar issues. Like whatever you're struggling with internally, they struggle with those same things. They have those same either insecurities or temptations or vices. Like they see that as a similarity between you as well. And we've got it takes two to tango, and that's closer over here to this left side next to the dolphin. And I think that's like the dolphin like saying, you know, I'm ready if you are. Like I would do this if you would. Like if you would give me a sign, if you would just show me that you like me in the same way that I like you, then we could just go gung-ho, you know, like I'm ready. So also I saw Train when I was shuffling, and then we did have I'm a Train wreck coming out, so maybe there are some songs by the band Train that would have some messages for you if you want to check that out, or maybe just hearing that, maybe you guys already have a song by Train that you both really like or something like that, or that makes you think of them, so maybe that was an extra confirmation for someone. But I think that's pretty much all that I have right here. So let's move on into the second part now and look at whether or not this person that you're asking about will be reaching out to you. Okay, group 3. So will this person be contacting you? It does look like a yes. It looks like they will be contacting you, and very soon. Honestly, like so soon. It could be like any minute for some of you guys, any day now. And we did see next week a minute ago, so it could literally be a matter of days. I mean, we've got watch here, and you kind of do have a warning here to not only be on the lookout. I mean, they'll contact you when they contact you, but just be careful when they do, because I feel like, as we touched on, that you guys may share some of like the same vices or struggles or something. They may try to bait you with that and to act like they need your help, or to make you feel like, you know, like I need you, I need you, I need to talk to you, will you help me, will you help me through this, will you talk to me? They'll try to open up to you, but we have sex, dangerous, bait, okay? All these keywords came out together, and I just really don't like how that's coming out together. Yeah, I don't like that at all. And we have elevate that came out with future. So again, I just feel like it's going to be very, very, very soon. And we have Knight of Wands here. So yeah, they're going to be taking action towards you, most definitely. They are tired of not talking to you. They definitely miss you. They've been thinking about you a lot with the Six of Cups here. Yeah, they miss you. They definitely want to talk to you. With Five of Cups in reverse over here, if they were upset about something, I think that they're kind of over that. They're wanting to reach out now. They're kind of done with this silent treatment. They're done with this no contact. They're wanting to talk to you. We also have a lot of the number 4 and a lot of the number 6. So especially with the number 4, I mean, I'm posting this in the end of March, so that would be like, I could take that as April, and that would make a whole lot of sense because that's very, very close. It's like April in a week, or shoot, this weekend. This weekend is April. So yeah, this person could be contacting you within this next month, or if you, for some of you, maybe more like June, but I would say 4 to 6 is a good kind of estimate of time, 4 to 6 days, weeks, maybe months, but honestly, I would take that more as the month itself. Again, so like April, May, June. Yeah, I just feel like they're going to be reaching out very soon. And again, just be careful, because for some of you, they may even try to, like, after they bait you by acting like they need your help and just starting to, get you in your feels a little bit and start opening up that connection again and bonding emotionally or whatever. They might try to, like, blackmail you for some of you. Like, if you did have a relationship with this person in the past and you or them were with someone else, we've got you cheated here. And so I just feel like this person might threaten to, like, call you out or something. I don't know. I just think that they're a little unstable right now. I don't think that they're, like, a terrible person. I really think that they're unstable right now for some reason. Again, I just keep thinking that they're, like, in a relationship where they're really unhappy or something like that. And instead of just leaving it, they kind of want to do, like, some third-party love triangle stuff. I don't know. Yeah, if you guys were together, they're a little bit like low key obsessed with you. We've got give me more. I want you all of the time. Um, yeah, and we do have talk to me. Like they're definitely going to be reaching out to you, um, for sure. And we are the same over here. So another indication of your similarities, and I feel like they're going to be using that like once they reach out. Like, hey, I know that you've dealt with this, so could you help me through this? I know that we talked about this once before, and like, I'm really struggling right now, and I don't have anyone to turn to. Will you help me? I don't know. I just feel like they're gonna be doing that, and they're gonna hope that you're gonna take that bait, and then again, once that conversation starts, and you let them in, they're gonna just take it further and further and further until before you know it, they're going to be like trying to seduce you, basically. Like, I definitely get seduction energy here. Um, yeah, I mean, because we've got the devil, the Knight of Wands, and we've got like literally dangerous and sex and bait. Like, I just don't like the vibes, to be honest. I wouldn't trust this person, and I'm not saying you shouldn't help them, but maybe like point them in the right direction, or something like that. Like introduce them to someone else that could help them, or yeah, again, just point them in the right direction. But you may not want to deal with them directly, because I don't feel like their intentions are pure. I don't think that they truly just want your help. Like, they want more than that. And I just think with this person, they're going to always want more. I'm really getting that this is the dolphin that you're asking about. It's kind of how it seems. I don't know. So just be careful. That's your answer. I hope that was helpful in one way or another. And please let me know, if it was, if it did resonate, give me a thumbs up if you want to let me know in that way. I would love to have you on the channel if you want to subscribe, and then you'll see when I upload more videos. But most of all, thank you for being here today, and I hope I'll see you again. Hi, Group 4. If you chose this white agate and the Guillermo del Tarot deck, this is your reading. So if you want to skip to part 2, where we just look at specifically whether or not the person's going to reach out, you can go ahead and skip to that. It's just part 2 on your timestamp. But first, we're going to take a look at this connection as a whole, and look at you and this other person here, and figure out what's going on. So I want to start over here with the mouse person, okay? The mouse is an interesting character, okay? Because the mouse definitely has some victim mentality going on. The mouse seems to think that everyone is out to get them, and they are the prey, and everyone else is the predator. I definitely think that they saw this other person over here as the predator, which in reality, I feel like it was the other way around, and that's why I say it's kind of interesting. Now, whether or not the mouse realizes that, I don't know, because we have project. They do a lot of projecting, I think. We've got trip, and I took that as like they are most of the time tripping, like they are just not being realistic. I think they get in their head to the point to where they probably just make up entire stories that are not true, but they tell themselves that they are true. So definitely false narratives going on here. And would take accountability. I feel like the mouse person told this to the other person. Like, they would say, you need to take accountability, you need to apologize, you need to do this, you need to do that. But again, it was like a lot of projection, because they needed to do that themselves. So a little bit of some like hypocritical energy going on over here. And I think in the end, the mouse ended up really hurting this other person. And I don't feel like they intended to. Again, I think that they are probably surprised by it, because if they did so, they probably did it out of fear, and out of, these delusional kind of like stories that they made up in their head. Like, they probably told themselves that this other person was sneaking around behind their back, or already cheated on them, or already did this, and so they needed to do that as well. And so they went out and did it, and in all actuality, this other person never even did it to begin with. So they were doing something to get even with someone who didn't do anything in the first place. I hope that's not too confusing, because we do have it was just the sex down here, and I just feel like this mouse person, they were with someone else or something. Something happened here, and we've got, I got you, you deserve better. And it's like they got you, you got gypped, is kind of what they're saying to the other person here. We do have, I still listen to our song, and so I think that they are still a little bit nostalgic about this connection. they probably are a more sentimental person. I think that they have a sweet side to them, you know. I just think, again, they do a lot of things out of fear. Like, they're really driven by fear. And to be honest, both of these people are, but they act out differently. So they both are very fearful, but the mouse doesn't even recognize that they're fearful. The mouse thinks that they're in the right all the time, and they think that everyone else is out to get them, when literally it's just their fear talking, you know? Now over here with the eagle, again, like, the eagle would typically be the predator in this situation, right? We've got a mouse and an eagle. The eagle would literally eat them. But I don't think they want to. So just because they can doesn't mean they want to. That's like saying that all pit bulls are mean, and that's absolutely ridiculous. Like, and you can fight me if you disagree, but that's a different conversation. But like, yeah, but that's a good example. Like, pit bulls are literally like so snuggly and so cuddly. Yes, they have the power and the capability of really extremely like hurting someone, but that doesn't mean they want to do that or that they will. So same thing with the eagle. They probably had the power to hurt the mouse, and that terrified the mouse. But that didn't mean the eagle wanted to do that or ever planned on doing it. I don't think they did. But the eagle has a lot of fear too. I mean, we literally have I was scared and I'm scared over here. Like, what? That came out twice. But I'm scared came out in the middle, just more on their side. So again, both of these people are driven by fear. The eagle, we got empath and we got codependent that came out to describe them. And I feel like that probably is very fitting. I think that they're very afraid of not being accepted, of being alone, of not being enough. And they just really struggle with their self-worth and putting their worth into other people and their relationships. And I'm sure that they did that with this mouse person. So we have, why are you with them? So if the mouse person didn't step out and do something sneaky behind the eagle's back, it could have been after they split up. And so the mouse person over here is still just saying it was just the sex, like it wasn't that deep. But the eagle person knows about it and was very hurt. So we've got, why are you with them? We also have, this is not over yet, next to please. And so I definitely think that the eagle person is just as nostalgic. I just don't think that they are as open to admitting that. I mean, they both kind of have their back turned to this connection, to be honest, a little bit. But the eagle is more like adamant about it. You know, there's more power, more drive in their flight away from this connection. We do have some cards that do sort of talk about time. So first of all, with the eagle, we got right now. So I don't know. I mean, that's literally like right now. I don't know if they're planning on contacting you right now or if they're wanting you to contact them. And then with the mouse, we got springtime. And I mean, again, with right now, it's kind of funny. We've got springtime on this side and right now on this side. It literally is spring. Like, it is spring right now. So that's kind of funny. I think that both of these people are obviously thinking about contacting the other. They're both thinking about communication with each other. So let's go to the center now and go to the connection as a whole. We have some really sweet energy that connects these two. We've got the angel card and the white agate. I mean, this is beautiful. And I think that these two in the higher realms, like in the 5D, I feel like they are very connected still. They might see each other in their dreams, but I feel like there's definitely a psychic kind of connection between these two. And also, just a side note, a side message. When I was shuffling after I got the angel card, like 3 different cards wanted to come out at once for one of the animal spirits, and I feel like that was someone's spirit guide saying like, hey, we're trying to get through to you, like we have a message for you, we have something to say to you, like we're trying to contact you. So just wanted to point that out. I actually forgot about it until now. But so if you want to look into that, maybe find a reading about like a message from your spirit guides or something like that. So we also have marry me here, and so I think that, you know, it is closer to the mouse side over here. So the mouse may have proposed to the eagle, or maybe the mouse wanted to get married and the eagle was, you know, scared and ran away. But something here to do with marriage. Both of these people saw the potential maybe. They might have actually literally been engaged. And we also have disorganized attachment here. And I feel like that's probably fitting. So both of you could have had, you know, inconsistent caregiving as a child, and that led to this disorganized, insecure attachment style. And, you know, that makes having a solid relationship really difficult. And so you guys both may have suffered from that. And what that is it's, you know, it's kind of like both avoidant and anxious attachment styles. And you kind of go back and forth, and it can be kind of this black and white thing of you're in and you're out. And that can be so hard, and I feel like maybe both of you deal with that. It's interesting how we got work over here closer to the eagle and meditate over here closer to the mouse. So I think that during this no contact situation, the mouse has been thinking a lot more about it. The mouse has been taking this time to maybe learn more about themselves and figure out what went wrong in this connection, whereas the eagle, I think, has been focused more on escaping through work. I don't know, that's just the first thing I got. That doesn't have to be true, but I did kind of think that with the way that they fell out like that on different sides. So either way, they've been probably dealing with things in their own way, a little differently from one another. So I think that's all I have to say here. So that should have kind of resonated at least a little bit. And we're going to move on now to the second part of the reading, where we will look at whether or not this person will be reaching out to you, and if so, when. Okay, so group 4, is this person going to be reaching out to you? Yes, it does seem like this person will be contacting you, and very quickly, which we kind of saw that. We kind of, thought that in part 1 with the right now and springtime, but we literally have 1 to 2 months that came out here, okay? Yes, this person's going to be reaching out to you. It may be after they have consumed some alcohol, because we have alcohol here. We also have a band here, so they may get like drunk at a concert and call you or something. That's kind of random, but maybe they'll see you at a concert or something like that. Maybe one of you is in a band, but band came out. Yeah, and we've got happy ending. This person wants a happy ending with you, with the star in reverse over here and 9 of Pentacles. They don't like being without you. No, they're not liking that. They definitely are missing you. They're feeling the loss of this. Also, I did want to point out that Aquarius and Taurus kind of popped up here as the zodiac signs. I usually just like to point out the major arcana, because if I were to point out the signs in the others, then it'd be like all of them. So I usually just focus on those, but anyway, I just wanted to point that out. Also, we have dog and sign. So when this person is about to reach out to you, you may get a sign that has to do with a dog. I know that is really weird, but that's kind of what I got from that. So that's pretty specific. So yeah, but this person's been thinking about reaching out to you for a while. With 7 of Cups here, they've been thinking about it for a while. It's clarified down here by the 8 of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. So they've just been waiting for the right time, but they've been thinking about it a lot. I feel like they've already been contacting you in their dreams. Again, I feel like there's a psychic connection between the two of you. And so I think that they've definitely been communicating with you in that way, and probably sending you messages through like songs and stuff. So they're probably already sending you signs, but something to do with a dog is going to be your sign, like right before they reach out to you. But yeah, we've got 8 of Wands here. Like, they're straight up coming in hot. They're coming in hot. With 7 of Wands and 4 of Pentacles coming out together like that, I feel like this is telling me that they want to fight for this connection. They want things to be different than they were before. They want stability. They want to regain trust between the two of you and rebuild. Honestly, they want to rebuild this connection with you. Yeah, so with the Hierophant coming out, I do think that this, and it's in reverse, so I feel like that could be telling me before May, which again is so soon, but for some of you it's going to be before May, yeah, or before the end of Taurus season, I would say, at least. And the Queen of Wands came out underneath that, and the Queen of Wands is in reverse too, and I feel like if this person, and childhood came out, so if this person was with someone else and you were hurt by that and you're wondering, are they still with this person? What's going on? I would say that's a no. And I think that that was a lustful thing. We did get, it was just the sex a minute ago. So yes, I think it was just a lustful thing. And either this was someone that they knew from childhood and it was like an ex or something, or it's someone they knew in childhood, or someone that they always felt like they could never have. Even if they didn't know this specific person in childhood, it's like that person sort of represented like an archetype or like a certain personality or type of person that the person you're asking about may have always felt too insecure or too inadequate to ever be with. And so they got this opportunity to be with this type of person later on in life, and it was just, it seemed like such a tempting opportunity. It was just like, I don't know, they weren't able to pass it up. They felt like they couldn't fight the temptation of it. And so again, it was a very lusty thing. It was a very egocentric thing, whoever they were with. And so I did want to point that out there. And it doesn't look like they have any sort of like commitment with this person. Obviously their eyes are on you because they're wanting to reach out. And I definitely see them doing so. So, I mean, yeah, that's pretty much your answer. Yes, they're going to reach out, and they're going to be reaching out very soon, 1 to 2 months. For some of you, like less than a month. So very, very quickly. So let me know what happens. I want to know when this person reaches out, what's going to happen with, so if you want to share, go right ahead. Leave us some of that tea in the comments. If you like the video, please consider giving me a thumbs up so that I'll know, and it will also just help push the video out there on YouTube more. I would love to have you here. If you want to consider subscribing, that would make me so happy to have you here on the channel, and you will be able to see when I upload more videos. But if not, I just hope I see you again in the future, and thank you so much for being here.